Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Good morning, good morning. It was a crazy day yesterday. Did not end up at art. Started to, but we had massive thunderstorms. I could have sworn a tornado came through here, but there's no record of one, so I guess one didn't. But debris everywhere, and our power was out for 3 hours. We're on a point, sort of. Well, we are. We're like 8 houses from the end of the point, and we're in a tiny little crook on the water side and in the middle of the point on the land side. And there's water around all of this, obviously. There's part of the lake goes this way, part of the lake comes up here where we are, and the big part of the lake is out here. So when we have bad weather, which a lot of times it restructures itself over the water and it skips us. It didn't skip us yesterday. It was crazy, but it's that time of year. All right, none of that is to say, here we go again. Arabella. I meant every word I said. All right, let's see if we can find another one. 2 more. Oh, ooh. I was hoping this one would never come up, even though I made the list. Uh-oh, where's my little book? I moved a couple things yesterday. Where'd I put my little book? Oh, dear. Huh. Not in here. All right, well, we'll have to find it. Robin McClendon. Now, this lady is amazing. She's done a lot for me in the Jelly Plate world, and she's done a lot for me in my color palette. Made me aware of other colors. I guess that's a good way to say it. Made me aware of other colors. This is a restaurant. No, this is a map of an area in North Carolina called Blowing Rock up in the mountains. And another piece of paper taped to it. So this is extremely black and white, ready to go, which actually black and white suits her. She's a much more natural color palette. She's inspired by nature. I'm inspired by Starburst candy wrappers. I don't know. All right, so now let's pick another one. Nope, those are 2 done. Nope, those are 10. There's 12 more in here, believe it or not. Nope, those are done. Aha! Okay, here's another lady, Robin Marie. Robin Marie Smith. She was an early influencer of mine. I came across one of her postcards the other day. I'm trying to find them. My dog ate my glasses, so I put another glasses on there. My readers. And they're not the right strength. And here's one. Very colorful. Very, very colorful. I just found some cool postcards of South Carolina. Isle of Palms. Charleston. All over. I think I went to the airport and got those. In thought process of maybe doing a postcard exchange years and years ago. But they were with my Robin Marie Smith. I bought stickers from her one time. I think that's part of one of the first people I ever bought any artwork off of Etsy from. It was stickers and a couple postcards, I think. Very colorful, very watercolorish. This paper was intended for her because this is a good jumping off point. So this is going to take some major paying attention on my part to both of these to give them proper gratitude. Gratitude from the tube. The two people for today. So, let's get started. All right, I found my little book. It was right in front of me, as usual. All right, the first one we're going to do is Robin McClendon. We're going in order of the way we picked them. This is a book by Sabrina Ward Harrison. Kind of out there, but I love it. The other book was Robin's, and I bought that from her. I'm a Patreon of hers, but not any kind of sponsor, or I'm not a design team member or anything of anybody's. I'm my own design team. Can you believe it? I know. So these are a bunch of her printables, and I get them every month off of her Patreon account, and I've done many things with them. She focuses a lot on Oriental objects, in my experience, and she does a lot of her own script. A lot of that script that she has done is made up of her own, but she does collage a lot, and I've learned a lot from her, and I'm trying to keep a tiny bit of that paper underneath showing because I think it adds texture. If that's not true, it's okay. And these are some more things that I got from her that I bought. I wanted to try to get some of that. This is luscious Japanese print that is unbelievable on some kind of rice paper, I think. I really wanted some of that shiny on there, but I wanted to use red because she has done some things with red that are fascinating. And I like that shape, the oval. Thank you, Arabella. So the oval is showing up. It's framing some text, real Japanese print text on rice paper. I think it was rice paper. It was very old. It was a ledger book, and she bought it in Japan, and she has sold pages of it over the years, and I managed to get my claws on some. My tissue paper from her ripped, which it's very brittle, so that's, it's okay. I patched it. It's okay. This is a stencil she made with, I think, Stencil Girl products, and I'm using a red pen and just adding in some characters, and I'm sure it says, "Thank you, Robin." The translator told me that. So this, I love this. It's very simple, but she works a lot like this. Then she adds postage stamps or tiny square objects on top of her stuff a lot. Now, my only problem was, where am I going to put this heart? Because I don't want to disturb the flow of this collage. So I did another trick off to the side like I did the other day. And I really wish I had not done that in the beginning. But it's done, and I'm going to stick with that procedure. My desk is squeaking, sorry. So now we're on to Robin Marie Smith, a different Robin. And she is one of the very first people that I had discovered. I think she was one of the first people that I bought anything on Etsy from. And it was a set of stickers. And I think I've used them all up. But they're very, like the postcard I have in my hand that you can see part of. And I'm just trying to not duplicate it, but replicate it a tad and transfer some of the energy of that postcard to this piece of watercolor paper, which I did have to admit that I chose this paper for her when I was making these assignments a month ago. So I'm adding more watercolor on top of it, lots of different kinds of watercolors, adding shading a little bit just to give it more dimension, because she's got more layers on here than I'm going to end up with. And I don't have a good pink at the moment handy, so I know I have other pinks, but I wanted to use watercolor, so I'm going with red and hoping that I can phase it out a little bit with some white. She does a lot of doodling again. My early love was a lot of people that doodle with paint. It's what I call it. I don't know if it's called other stuff, but that's what I call it. So I'm using white on here, white paint, because I don't have good white paint markers in my selection of tools. Posca pens don't work for me. Jelly pens don't work for me. Uniball Signos don't work for me. I don't know what I do wrong. Maybe I'm not patient enough. I don't know, but I just use white paint, and it's not exactly the same effect, but it's working. And I used a Sharpie for this. Maybe are there white Sharpies? I think there are. I think there's white paint pens of other kinds under the Sharpie brand. I'm just going. Squirrel. Sorry. All right. So I am adding a lot of other layers, drawing it in between and trying to come up with something that's kind of cohesive with the postcard. And not covering all the other white space up or watercolor space that was there before, but covering up a good bit of it. She does have an extensive YouTube channel. She's comes and goes on it. She used to do a lot more on it, but her early stuff is what I like. I think she's the one. I get her and Ray Missingham mixed up. They're kind of similar. So anyhow, I'm going to put her heart right in the middle of this. And then I decided I wanted to add a little bit of gold. I don't know if she has any gold on hers, but I'm adding gold to mine, just in a few places. So I put her heart right smack dab in the middle and call this a day. I'm having the grandest time. I'm trying to move a little faster here at the end because I am over this project. Not over the gratitude, that's for sure. Just over this project. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.